Hi, I'm Bruce, and today I'm going to show you how I made this wooden cleaning caddy. I've been married for over 11 years now, and I have always been the one to clean the toilets. I'm not sure why this is, but you just get settled into different household duties, and many times that doesn't change. For years, I have carted around different cleaning supplies to different bathrooms. I finally got sick of all the trips and decided to build a wooden cleaning caddy. I'm using some scrap plywood I had, so much of the size of this thing will be dictated by what I have on hand. I grabbed the things I would regularly use to clean the bathrooms and put them all together. After taking a few measurements, I arrived at a general size that would hold all of them. Then I just had to make sure there was enough clearance between the cabinet and the drain pipe under the sink where this caddy will reside. Other than a few initial measurements, I tried to use the measure using your pieces method. I marked some spots to drill a few holes for a handle. Typically, I would use a jigsaw to connect all of these holes, but as you'll see later, I kind of like the look of the finger grips, so I left them. All of this that I'm using is 3/4 inch plywood. I took it over to the bandsaw after marking where my cutouts needed to be to make the slots. Then I found an angle for the handle piece that would look nice, and I cut that out on the bandsaw. I used a file to smooth the handle piece a bit before giving everything a quick sand. I started putting it all together. I'm just using glue and brad nails. I found that some of my pieces were a bit short, so I used a shim to correct this. Sometimes when I'm building with scrap, this ends up happening because I have these plans and I want it to turn out a certain way, but the scrap ends up dictating something different. I attached the handle piece with just a couple of brad nails. Then, since the handle would have a lot of upward pressure, I wanted to try using a dowel as a pin. I drilled through the outside of the handle through the sidewall of the actual box to create a strong bond. I am pleased with how this came out, and it seems to be very strong. The cleaning caddy was a bit lopsided since the Clorox bottle I had in there was heavier than the rest. So, since using scrap, I did not even make this even, and I knew there was a chance this could happen. I used a piece of honey locust scrap that I had. This is a very dense wood, and I glued it down in the bottom of the side that was lighter to act as a counterweight. I used some scrap steel as a weight to hold it down like Jimmy DiResta suggests. Now it is on to the painting. I wanted to paint this to spruce it up a bit, and I used a method that I saw Bob Claggett from I Like to Make Stuff use in one of his videos. I'll leave a link to that video below, so check it out. He created this interesting look by using some angles that wrapped around the sides of the item. I chose gray and this kind of seafoam green color, and I really like how they turned out. Then, I just added some clear lacquer for a little bit of durability. Also, if you've never used one of these trigger click-on things for a spray can, pick one up. They're super cheap. I think I got this one for about $5, and they make it a whole lot easier. I'll leave a link to one below. Remember, when you're using spray paint, use very light sprays and an even pass left to right. Even if you have to do multiple coats, it's going to turn out better. I really like the way this came out. I think it's going to be a simple solution for me to be able to carry multiple cleaning supplies. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you following along. If you would, click that subscribe button below so that you don't miss any future projects. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Thanks for watching.